Good afternoon, farmers. We have been asked, because of the rains that are starting, a lot of you are doing the right thing by supplementing your cattle with products that contain urea. And the question that's often asked is that if the animals consume urea, or if that product that contains urea gets rained on, will the animals be poisoned? Let's take it back to basics and say, when an animal consumes a feed with urea, in the initial stages, it needs to be consuming a small amount so that the rumen can adapt to the change in the environment that's happening as a result of that supplement. It's very, very important for farmers to realize that it takes about 3 days for the rumen to adjust to a new feed. Now, because we are talking about urea poisoning does not occur because the product is wet. The urea poisoning occurs because if that product gets wet, the urea dissolves and sits in the water on top of the product, and the animals consume a very high concentration of urea in a small space of time, and that may result in problems. And so we advise farmers that a lot of times, if you have already been giving your animals a feed with urea on a regular basis, even if the feed gets wet because of the rains, they are very, very, very unlikely to get urea poisoning. And I'm going to use an example that some of you will understand, some of you may not understand, but to drive the point home. Take, for example, somebody who drinks a bottle of cod every day, black label, 5%, and they drink it every single day, just one cod. The day they transition to drinking a bottle of green label reserve, by the way, this is empty, right? They are unlikely to get urea poisoning. Now, if they have not had access to this every day, or they have not had access to this every day, and they consume either product in large amount in a short space of time, they are going to get alcohol poisoning, or they are going to get drunk very quickly. So the same thing that applies to urea poisoning. If your animal has not been getting urea on a regular basis, if it gets it in a short space of time, urea poisoning will happen. If they've been getting it regularly, regardless of whether the product gets wet or not, they are unlikely to get urea poisoning. So it's important right now in the middle of a drought that we continue to feed feed that has urea, because the veld has not yet recovered. Thank you very much.